Hi everyone, welcome to this short tutorial on how anyone can build great landing pages for their business at zero cost. When you search build a landing page on Google, there are hundreds of options, but the reality is none of them are free. But in today's era of AI, I believe everyone should be able to build a quick landing page without spending anything out of their pocket. To do this, you don't need much, just few tools and probably some time to do research, and that's it. First step is market or competition research. Before deciding how the online presence of your business should be, we need to do a quick research on how does the competition look like. Now, this is probably the most important part of this tutorial, and I want everyone to listen extremely carefully to it. We need to do this manually without using any AI or automation. There are lots of so-called gurus on the internet who will say, oh yeah, automate everything and you will be able to earn $100 million. But no, that's just a blatant lie. The key part of building your online presence is deciding how you want your business to be perceived by your ideal customer. And this will be based on your own research, problem identification, competition analysis. Don't let automation come in the way of you getting deeper insights into the business you are building and how your customers are thinking of a product or service that they need. Alrighty, so let's get started with competition research. So we'll start off with an example of a web development agency. So the landing page that we are going to create is for a web development agency. For that, we are doing some research around how does the competition look like. So I've searched for web development agencies, Melbourne, that is the city that I am based out of right now. And it has given me lots of options. Some are sponsored, some are organic. But what I will do is I will look at the ones that are listed on Google and have decent reviews, right? That basically tells you that, okay, these are the kind of businesses that customers are normally happy with. Again, this is where you have to kind of bring your business sense in. The thing that will be on the website, but the way the customers put in their reviews is based on how the service is executed and so on and so forth. But you have to read those between the lines and make your own assumptions. So I will go to the website of Chromatics, Web Design Agency Digital Rescue. Maybe I will also open one for Spark Digital Agency because that's from a sponsored tab, and I will go down and maybe I'll go to Web Alive. This is from the organic. So I have opened like 4, one from organic search, one from paid search, few from the Google Business Review, and let's probably quickly review them, right? So Chromatics seems to have a great aesthetic design, website that captures your full attention, right? So yeah, so I have a Notion page opened here. So I will just write some stuff. Like for example, what I normally do is I will write competition is Chromatics. Well, I will write aesthetic landing page, copy, website that captures your full attention. Scroll down further. We will see what are some value proposition they're putting out there. Increase in new leads in just 6 weeks of launch, increase in conversion, greater user engagement. Okay, so 3 value proposition they're putting forward: increase in leads, increase in conversion, and overall higher engagement. So value prop that they have are higher leads, better conversion, higher engagement. Okay, so these are like the main 3 value prop they are going with. So what you're doing here is like literally getting inspired from what your competition put forward on the internet. Okay, now one way to think about it is everyone who's in the market has done their own research in the past, and then based on that research they condense it and they put it on a landing page or put it somewhere where clients can see. This is one of the best ways to actually learn from that research rather than doing your own research. Okay, of course, it's always good to do your own primary research to understand the market, but sometimes it's also good to just to go and see how is a competition approaching the market, right? So that gives you sometimes a good insight that what is something that's important for a customer. And then after that, they have some great examples. Looks really good. Then they kind of put in some client testimonials and website results. Okay. After that, we'll scroll down. Leave it specialist, services. These are the services. Website design and development, web conversion and CRO strategy, and advanced custom web solutions. So they do integration with existing systems, secure e-commerce, Web3 development. Okay, so majorly services, again, web design and dev, web conversion strategies, and third one is advanced custom web solutions. Okay, these are like advanced web solutions, like for example Web3, etc. So yeah, just looking at one competition's page, you learn so much, so many things. You understood their offerings, you understood what are the value proposition they're going to a customer with, you understood what are the other things that they're demonstrating to the customers. So I'll put it in there also, demonstrating Google reviews and testimonials. All right, cool. So decent enough. I think this should be enough. Now, similarly, if you go to the other pages, there's a digital rescue, 20 plus years of expertise, 5-star Google review to special agencies. Now, what is this? I'll probably literally scan through the rest of them and see if there is anything else that pops up, right? That you really like. You say, oh wow, this is really good. If I'm entering the same market, I also probably should have something similar. Search for your forever web design agency and say, build a website work for you, smart web design from the ground up, 5-star review, long-term plan, web design excellence. Nothing new here. 2 decades, exciting growth, industry awards, and this good. WordPress training for you and your team, direct, honest, evidence-backed advice, stunning website that punches above its weight. So one thing that's different is probably they're also providing complimentary WordPress training for you and your team, which could be another value proposition to just get the customers in through the door, right? So what I will do is I will kind of write digital rescue value prop. Complimentary WordPress training for you and your team. Okay, so it's kind of well understood. You can kind of offer a complimentary training to just get through the door. Okay, so other thing that they do, the WordPress web design, e-commerce web design, or signature website audits. Okay, so and they are also offering like website audits, and this is something that lots of agencies actually offer just to get that initial interaction happening with the customer, and then they basically offer other stuff essentially around it. Okay, cool. I think that's about it. I think this we have seen this one, and then there are two more. Let's quickly scan through Spark Digital mobile app development. Okay, they have a mobile app development. They're mainly looks like they are more focused on mobile app development, and then they're talking about the mobile app development they are done with University of Melbourne and other companies. Fastest driver, digital marketing, measure, define, support. Spark Digital no insights. Okay, cool. The agency. I'll just quickly write it down. Competition. Spark Digital. Value prop. mobile app dev with SEO and other digital marketing strategies. Final one, webalive.com.au. I don't even like their website, so I'm not sure if you see it's literally cutting off, or maybe it's cutting off because, oh, my bad. Sorry, Webalive. Your website was good. I was an idiot. Okay, we build amazing websites and robust software applications, development, website, e-commerce. Okay. They seem to be more, at least on the first glance, less on the web landing page and website design, more on the software design, and that's what like my initial impression is. Can't say much about them. Like, okay, let's click on the services: website design, e-commerce, website design, web development, mobile web development. Nothing different. Okay, cool. So I think we have already got like lots of inspiration, lots of insights on what like some of the big competitors are offering around us. Another few things that we probably won't cover today is that I normally try to do when I'm launching a startup or a business or working with someone is I also try and go in and I will check on some of the reviews like web app development reviews Australia. Okay, or maybe G2. Okay, let's pick one. Let's pick Chromatics. Review. Glassdoor has some stuff, Trustpilot. So if you see, there's just 2 reviews in there. Google has like 147 Google reviews. I'll only look at the lowest ones. Okay, highest are again depending upon your client relationship, you can really influence some of the highest decisions. But if someone has written something bad, it's actually something really bad that they wanted to go in and find time to write it. So in terms of the lowest, there's literally nothing. Newest, again, nothing. Again, probably you couldn't find anything, and you won't find anything here. One thing to understand is that this is something that probably plays in the B2B space, and most customers don't want to come in and put in a review. So normally what ends up happening is an agency or a business reaches out to the customer, and when they reckon they will probably put in a good review, ask them or give them incentives sometimes to put in a review on like Google and everywhere. So you will ideally see most of the reviews to be good. Now you have to go and search, right? There are different places where you can, like if I go to Trustpilot, can I find something in here? Is it the same Chromatics? Okay, so yeah, see here we have a one of 2020. The basic website stuff, nothing complex and no online store or even that we have running through them are constantly going down, not working. So yeah, there's some bad services. You will find some on Trustpilot and service, but there's 2. You can't make any assumptions around it. Further scroll down. Okay, so similarly, you got the idea. You can like look into different forums and just try and find if people are talking about them anywhere on the internet, and if you can identify anything particular that's missing out of offerings of a particular business or a particular industry. I just did it for like right now for 2 or 3 or 4 businesses. You probably will have to do it for 10 to 20 depending upon how big your total addressable market is. So yeah, that's how we normally do a competition research here. If you see right now, we have come up with a good list of offerings that like lots of businesses are offering, and based on that we'll create our landing page. Okay, a landing page which will be our offering to the market, or our offering when a customer comes and says, okay, I want to do business with you, or let me check these folks out. So yeah, with that we'll move to the next part of the process, which is design. Alrighty, now step 2. This is where we now move into actually the building part of it, and you will see slowly we will start using AI a lot, tools like ChatGPT and V0 and other tools. And now that we have gathered the insight, we can actually leverage those insights and our own business decisions to build great designs and great websites, right? So step 2 in the design, first thing that we all need to understand is there are some templates or templated ways on how most of the great landing pages work. Each landing page will have something that's called a hero section. Okay, a hero section is like literally the first thing that a customer or a visitor to a website sees. I will show you an example of that. Let's probably go to a hero section of Permi AI again. Full disclosure, this is a software that has been built by me. I'm the one who's distributing it, but it's a good example, right? Because it kind of encapsulates all of my learnings over years. So for me, once you go into this landing page, this is where like most of my customers from across socials and the platform basically are directed towards. First thing that they see is an AI-powered chat for every website. Okay, and this black section that you see essentially is what is called a hero section, which literally is your like quickest and finest elevator pitch that you want to put in for a customer. Okay. So this your 24/7 AI powered chat, and then there is a quick call for action. Try for free, watch done. Okay, it's easy. Now, if there are people who are still interested and don't want to do it, and they might further scroll down, this is what I basically called is that as a different websites portray it in different ways. But I believe it's much better off. It's more visually appealing. So here it's like literally features. What can you do with the app? And this is before, think of it like literally when a visitor is arriving on your landing page, absolutely cold. Do a deploy an AI assistant on your website with ease. And then other stuff that you can probably do. And after that, first feature set, and I'm kind of literally putting in some of the other things that might literally help people make a decision, right? That you get 98% customer satisfaction, 10x faster response time, 50% increase in leads. It's deployed in 20 plus countries. So we are putting in some great numbers out there, which will help a person make decisions. And then kind of we're throwing in some brands there, which is powered by like Google, Microsoft, Nvidia, Stripe, and all of the others. Another feature set in there, and then design for different teams of all size. And then again, another call out to some of the features that it has. It has an integrated CRM and rest of the stuff. And then finally, we have a FAQ section. So the intention of me showing this thing was that any design of a web page actually follows a particular template, right? It will have a hero section, then it will have somewhere where you're trying to sell the features or what differentiates you or what makes you great to a customer. Different ways to do it. Some people do it through videos, some people do it from through a flowchart, some people will have a user talking about it. But to remember is like user, when they visit a website, they want to move away, they want to go somewhere else, right? So how can you catch them and give them something and make them understand things? So the idea is hero section, maybe a feature, probably somewhere with quick call to actions, and then finally maybe a FAQ section, depending upon how your customers are perceiving your website and what you get from a feedback from your customers. Again, design is a huge field in itself. Shout out to all the UX designers out there. But best way to understand better about how your website design should be sometimes is just going and talking to your prospective customers. But what I'm putting it here basically works in 80% of the cases, and then there are some finer refinements that you might need to do. Alrighty, so now let's get into it. So I'm using Claude for starters to design a prompt which allows us to build a good web page. Okay, so this is a prompt. It's nothing out of the world, but we're essentially telling it that for the landing page we need these sections. What I mentioned is I need the hero section, feature section, visual representation, and great CTAs. And then the research that we did from the Notion page, I have just copied and pasted it here. Okay, and then Claude has come up with its set of prompts, and what I do is I normally just review it. And there is something that I disagree with, I will probably remove it. This is overview, technical ability, walk to client testimony, social proofs, does integrate, Google review screenshot. You have set strategy session, tone and messaging, professional data appropriate, focus on client outcome, not just technical features, design principles, modern aesthetics, mobile responsive layout, fast loading elements. Okay, everything looks okay. Deliverable format, provide full landing page copy, suggested layout, design recommendations. Concept 3 tier placement strategy. Okay, looks good. I'll just copy it, and what we'll go to is V0 by Versal, right? This is something that is a game changer for everyone who's trying to build a landing page. It automates so much. I use it for everything. I use it for build landing pages. I use it for building basic app designs. This is my go-to. Like before I even start writing a piece of code and I just want to visually understand something or visually think of how it might look like, I start with a v0.dev. So I'll go in here. I will just paste that prompt. Some things that I will remove from here. Deliverable format. I think I want v0 to come up with its web page. I don't need a format. Small to medium businesses, target audience was so nice, quite good. I need to target small to medium businesses, and let's imagine that's what I'm targeting. If you're targeting someone else is your ICP. When I say ICP, it's ideal customer persona. It's one of the marketing lingo that I've learned over a period of time. But this is the customer set whom you reckon when you target, there is a high probability of converting. And once you do that, let's probably just press enter. Oh, let's sign. Okay, I've signed in, and now V0 is thinking. Okay, here it's started to write the code. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm just waiting for the first iteration to happen. And one thing to remember is, again, it's a very iterative process. The first version that it will spin out might not be exactly what is out in my head. So one of the things that I also do sometimes, I really should have shown you, is I sometimes sketch out or write few pointers that are very important for me. And I will make sure when the AI builds it, it does have those features embedded in it. If it doesn't, I might have to kind of think of something else or probably just prompt it to do well. So one thing that I already mentioned in the last video, or I should the last part of this video, is don't lose your human element, right? Automate, but bring your humanity or your way of thinking stuff. Okay, so we are getting a runtime error. Something was wrong. V0 gives you an option of fix with V0, and I will just do that and I will enter. No, here we go. It was actually writing the complete thing. When we today this applies for error, let's review and divide the code to address the. Okay, it has identified the error. Now it's trying to fix it. Let's go in there to fix it. Again, as I said, this iterative process. It's not that V0 does a perfect job when we start off, but working iteratively with you, again, we are getting the same error. It's here, what is the problem? I'm getting the same error again, right? Ideally, we should not have been getting that. And ideally, I could go into the code and fix it, but I don't want to do it because I want to make sure that this process is accessible to everyone, even who cannot, let's say, write a code in JavaScript or Next.js. So everyone should be able to do it. So I've given the error message to V0, and let's see if it's able to fix that for us. Oh, here we go. So it has fixed it for us. We have an initial landing page. I will just open it. Open it in a new tab. So we don't have the brand logo right here. We will probably need a good picture here. Something is get our free strategization. It's too white. So I'm just in my head, I'm just trying to critique the design so that next time when I go in, I can kind of put something, say, okay, so we have this. So it has done a good job. It has given us a good hero section. It's given our expertise, our proven process, discovery, strategy, design, development, what our clients say, trusted by industry leaders. Okay. Looks quite okay for starters. Testimonials, click and lots of things are working, but it's too white. Plus, we don't have the corresponding images, and viewer portfolio is only visible when we click on it. Okay, so these are the three problems. So I'll just mention it here, and let's see what V0 does. Fix three problems. It's too white. I need it to be modern and colorful. Second option is view our portfolio. Portfolio button is white unless scrolled over. Third is, I think, what I would say is this contact us button. I don't see it to be aligned with rest of the stuff. Contact us button is not aligned with the top of the page. Let's scroll through it. Anything else? Okay, also use any stock images instead of placeholders. Okay, so I've given all of the things that were in my head after looking at the first version, and we'll see what it can do for us. Okay, it says it will do it. Let's see what it does. So as I mentioned, it's an iterative process, and never think of that you will just write a prompt and a great web page will appear. Everyone who tells you that is actually lying, because there is, if someone is able to do that, they're actually really good in prompting, or the LLMs become so great that they are able to do it at test time. And even if they are able to do it at test time, or when I say output time, the way we think of something is in a very iterative way. Even if I was building this landing page by myself, writing code by my hand, I will do it this way. I will have a first version, I'll think about it, and then iteratively again write stuff, and that's about it. And therefore, the people who envision that AI will just click a button and AI will do everything, I don't think it's going to happen as soon as everyone is imagining. So yeah, we are seeing things happening here. Sorry. Oh, beautiful. So much better. Again, I don't think it has fixed this view portfolio thing. It has aligned the contact us with the rest of the stuff that were in the heading. Let's put in a stock image here, which looks quite beautiful. Not bad. Okay, it also put in some of the trusted by industry leaders, some of the stuff in here. So pretty good. And so we got the idea of what I was basically talking about, but it has still not fixed this thing, view portfolio. But ideally, I would have loved it to fix Let's try it once more. View our portfolio needs to be visible without scrolling, without hovering on top of button. Okay, just one fix. Sometimes what happens is if you're asking too many things, underneath LLM basically will do few stuff, then it basically will get lost on its own tangent. So the prompt that I sometimes give here, fix 3 problems, always better off to fix 1 problem, then fix the 2nd problem, and fix the 3rd problem. Oh, here we go. So it fixes, and now we have this. It will just open it and it'll open it. Beautiful. Probably don't have the logo. Maybe we can give it another shot and ask it to create a logo. Can you also have a logo? Just use a basic letter, the name of our web agency is, let's think of a name, Horizon maybe. Okay, Horizon. Okay. So it should be able to do that. I don't think it should be much of a problem. So as you can see, it's taking some amount of time to reach a decent enough web page. Okay. And so you need some time investment. Although you're not writing code, so we have been able to democratize writing code, but we haven't been able to democratize, and I don't reckon we should ever do that. We should never outsource our thinking. So yeah, so it's writing the code again. It's probably making some changes. It should hopefully give us a little bit better landing page. Okay, beautiful. I love it. Horizon, we have the logo here. We have like a beautiful hero section. We have our expertise, our proven process. We have some great client testimonials, their corresponding images. Awesome. So as you can see, you created a great landing page here. Great design, great build using v0.dev. Now next step that what we are going to do is we'll try and deploy this thing on the internet. Okay, and once we do that, I think our job is kind of almost done. That we analyze our competition, analyze the market, came up with features, built a landing page. So right now this landing page is on v0 essentially, but we'll find some, I'll kind of give you some other ideas on how you can deploy it and directly start putting it in front of a customer. Alrighty, so the final part of our tutorial, we have this web page running. We have this URL of this beautiful web page. Now, next steps, right? Now, before I move into the next steps, one thing that I want you to remember is this is just a landing page. You can literally build lots of stuff in there. Like this get our free strategy session could be like book an appointment with us, which could have a link to your Calendly or some other booking system that you might have. And similar things, like feel free to, you can kind of go in and modify lots of stuff in here. Here you have the code, easily defined code. Essentially, there is something called as page.tsx, and you don't need to write code to understand it. Like anything that you want to change, like for example, you know, if I go to the CTA section, get your free strategy session, right? I can like literally modify it and say, book your appointment here. Okay, and then we do save, and then we go in here and just refresh it. Oh, this is not good. So, and then we see what we do is just review it. For some reason it's not working. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have been looking here. So book your appointment here. So we kind of change it, right? Relevant your represent this and book your appointment here. So as you see, we can literally go and play with the code, and you can make like lots of changes here. New section, again, elevate your online horizon. If you just go into get your free strategy session, again, if I make it book and amendment here, and you just save it, go to the preview and appointment here. So you see the corresponding, you can see the corresponding changes live on the preview. So it's not that hard in terms of if you want to make a corresponding changes even without using the chat functionality. So feel free to do that. Feel free to experiment with lots of stuff. And if there are any questions, feel free to drop comments in the comments below, and I will try and address them and help you out if I can. Post that, there are a couple of things that I wanted to show you more. Now suppose when you're building it and you have this beautiful preview which you are really happy with, and normally what ends up happening is you have business partners, you have friends, you have other designers or anyone whom you want to probably showcase it to. So what you can literally do is go in here, click on it. Anyone with the link can view this chat and its blocks. Do that. Small code in the chat, including API and credentials. If you trust people, absolutely go ahead and do that, and then basically just and anyone with can go and basically check that. So if I kind of go in, yeah, anyone can check it. I was just checking out another browser whether I need to be logged in to check it, but as I said, it's absolutely all right now. So now you have a web page you can literally share with your friends, family members to just get the feedback. Okay, now final step in here is how can you get this thing deployed. Okay, now to deploy it, I just click on deploy, add your chat to a project to deploy. Start chatting with the new project. I would say demo Horizon Web Agency. Create. Confirm and deploy. We will be ready soon. So it's queued. Okay, so I did everything. I've just clicked on stuff. I clicked on deployed. And those who don't know about Versal, v0.dev is a tool that has been built by the amazing team at Versal. So kudos to you folks for democratizing how people can design and develop without writing code. And they have a hosting platform called Versal. Please check them out. It's quite easy. They make it infinitely easy to build and deploy great web applications. So yeah, as you see, it's all ready. So I go in here. Beautiful. I have this app already built. So we have this URL. Now, if you go to versal.com, because before you start using v0.dev, you will need to be logged in. You will have options through which you can actually, instead of just using the Versal URL, you can start using your own domain names. You can buy a very cheap domain name through a number of other providers. I recommend Namecheap. Again, I don't have any affiliations with them. Namecheap is something that I've been using for ages. Really easy way to find a domain. They are not that premium, so you get something really cheap for 2, 3 years, 4 years if you want, and just leverage them. I will put in the links below in the description so that anyone who wants to kind of check them out can check these links out and kind of get their own domain and do that. So yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. The idea of this video was literally helping anyone to build a simple landing page for a business that they are trying to get across to people, right? It could be literally anything. It could be an e-commerce business where you're trying to sell towels, or you're trying to sell pillow covers. Everyone needs to have a website or a digital presence where they can drive traffic. And gone are the days where you have to pay a web development agency thousands of dollars to build a simple web page. Today, even if you can't write a single line of code, okay, through just conversations, you can build great landing pages, as I showed it here. And I'm just kind of doing it in a very cursory way. You can go much deeper, make it much more beautiful, draw inspiration from designs on things like Pinterest, web dev examples on YouTube, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed this video, if there's something else that you reckon I missed out, if there's something else I can cover, and I will try to address them in future videos. Thank you. Bye. Have a great time.